Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to take a picture of you all because I'll go back to Barcelona. And I must say, no, I did a talk. I wasn't in the infinity pool all day long. You know, it's... what an hotel. You can say hello. Okay, that's for the portfolio. Now, let's go to work. Hello, apa kabar, ni hao, hola. I have a museum in Barcelona, a museum of inventions. I don't want to get in the middle. And actually, it's such a beautiful museum. Well, of course, it's mine, what I'm going to say, but it's such a beautiful museum that people say when they come to the museum, oh, it belongs to the city. It's with public funding and so on. And no, I paid with my own money. I mean, I will pay for 1,000 years this museum. My daughter will have to pay for this museum. My granddaughter. All my generations. So actually, the people that work with me said, you know, we should put a picture of you on a wall, just to tell people, no, this is the guy who's paying for all this. And when you go into the museum, there's a white wall. You go inside, and at the right, there's a white wall, and said, okay, let's put a picture of you there. And for 5 years, I have the museum. I never wanted a picture of me. I don't like pictures of me having there. So, you know, if I was Brad Pitt, I would take an iPhone and take a picture of me, and that would be it. But I need a good photographer. So actually, I went to a very good photographer and said, hey, guy, I need a picture of me. We're going to put it on a wall, and so on. So we came up with this picture, you know, kind of the glasses, smart guy. Oh, no, he's kind of interesting. And I came back to the people, and the people that work with me said, that's not you, because I'm smart. So I came back, and I went for another picture, and it was this one. Super charismatic, you know, this kind of guy, wow, super strong. It was done with an 18th century camera. I mean, it's an original with metal and so on. And they said, no, not this one. It's, you know, you seem a psycho killer. People, they're going to go inside and, don't go into this museum, they're going to kill you. You know, like Hitchcock. So let's go for another one. And I came with this one. Yeah, come on, I'm cool. I like me like this, no glasses. It was, where's the camera? You know, here. So looking there. And they said, no, that's not you. And I just was, okay, what can I do? And you know, in the middle, I was taking pictures of myself, going back and forth, going to the street, just relaxing, going back again. And the photographer just came out and took a couple of pictures of me in the streets of Barcelona. It was this picture. And they said, yeah, that's you. I said, oh, come on, not with a hoodie, I'm fat. I'm not going to put this in a wall in my museum. Come on, you're crazy. No, it's you. And they say, why? Why it's me? There's a little detail. There's a detail here, in my left foot. That's the way I stand. I always, I never stand with my 2 feet like this. I put my feet like this, my left, always. I don't know why. And, you know, I ask people, why I do this? I said, because you're a little kid, because, you know, only little kids do this, only babies. And when you grow older, you know, and you're an adult, whoop, your feet are like this. Just try it after when you go out, just, how do you stand? But I'm like a little kid. You know, this small angle, this 5 degrees probably, that makes the difference. That's the difference. And that's why I'm an inventor. I sell patents. I'm myself an inventor. And of course, I'd like to change the world. Of course. I have this foot like this. I want to change the world. But you know, I don't want to change the world by doing that huge invention. I want to give small ideas a chance to exist. You know that kind of ideas that you're in the middle of the night, you wake up and, wow, I'm going to break the internet, and I'm going to do this, I have an app, or whatever idea you have. Okay, I want to give those ideas a chance to exist. Because I really believe that ideas are there, anywhere. I mean, ideas are kind of, it's not that we have an idea. It's that ideas call us, come on, me, I want to exist, make me, make me. Ideas are here, are there, are everywhere. And you have to give them the chance to exist. It's like, okay, I'm going to make you come true. That's the way I think of ideas, ideas calling us. So that's why in 2010, I was walking through the streets in Barcelona. That's the downtown, the Gothic quarter. And I found this place. an awful place, actually. But I said, wow, perhaps I could have something here, because I had another office, and I said, wow, what if I had a museum of ideas here? And I went inside, and that was the place. It was awful, but I have lots of imagination. I have this, my foot like that. I said, wow, I could do this, I could do that. It's a 8-meter high ceiling. Then I went to the basement with all these old walls, stone walls. And when you go for a flat and you have to buy a house or whatever, and you have some idea in mind, but suddenly you say, wow, that's home. You don't know why. Perhaps the terrace is small, the kitchen is whatever, but you say, I could live here. That happened to me. I came inside this place and I said, wow, I could do something here. I could do a museum of inventions here. So actually, I didn't have money. I didn't have anything on my own. I couldn't ask for money. So I just went bank after bank after bank, 29 banks, one by one, without any backing, asking for money with the keynote, make it with the Schindler's List music. Oh, I need the money. It's going to be great. And with a keynote and like this. And in the end, I got the money. I got half of the money, and 2 friends put the other money. I raised it more than 700,000 euros. That's about $850,000 or American dollars, something like that. I raised that money in 25 days. Schindler's List, if you have to ask for money, use it. Terrible. They say, stop it. That's the money. So some months later, the MIBA, the Museum of Ideas and Invention in Barcelona, was born. That was 2011. So that was the place before the money, and that is the place after the money. I mean, this is a huge museum. I love this museum, but I love more my museum. That's a very nice museum. This is the place as you entered before. Then it's our shop right now when we sell inventions. The white wall is right there. The basement, and you can see the basement right now. It's small. It's about 700 square meters, more or less. But people get in love on this museum because it's alive. Cirque du Soleil came 3 years ago. Cirque du Soleil, they've seen everything. So they came there, and they said, wow. And they invited me to their headquarters in Montreal. Actually, it's almost 2 years I'm traveling back and forth to Montreal, trying to do something with them. They fall in love with this small place. This is our baseline, our claim in Catalan. No tot està inventat. Still much left to invent. We don't care about all the inventions. We only care about nowadays inventions, contemporary inventions, inventions that any one of you could do. This is a slide that goes from one floor to another. You can see the slide, because actually inventing is like throwing yourself into a black hole, like jumping. You don't see the end. When you're in the middle, it's like, oh no, I shouldn't do that, but it's too late. Just super quick, and then cross your fingers, and you don't die, something like that. So actually, that's my brother trying the slide. Somebody had to try it. It wasn't going to be me, of course. Imagine something happens. I mean, I have 2 brothers. If something happens, I have another brother. That's not a problem. And this is the place where we do workshops and things for children, visitors, and so on. Actually, we have almost 20,000 students every year from schools coming to the museum. And in global, we would say we have 50,000 visitors every year. In 5 years, 250,000 visitors we had. Not bad, not bad. But actually, what I wanted to tell you today is about children. We have a contest in the MIBA that we call Mini MIBA. So we tell children just to draw an invention. We don't want them to be skilled in anything. Just draw an invention. Imagine something, draw it out, and that's it. And we take a winner a month. And we give them a patent and a prototype. And the patent goes to the name of the kid, not the parents. The parents, oh, to me. No, it's for the kid. From 6 to 12-year-old. So you can imagine an 8-year-old girl with a patent like this. I'm going to be a millionaire. So kids like this, from 6 to 12 years old. This is the day we call the parents. You can see the father's face. I'm going to be rich. Going to be rich. Imagine, these kids, they go to the museum a Saturday afternoon. They draw an invention. They go away. and suddenly, a couple of months later, you receive a call, hello, the MIBA, Museum of Inventions, you have awarded a patent, and the father, clock. Despair. So that's it. What kind of inventions? For example, I'm in the middle? Sorry, I'm in the middle, or it's okay? Okay. This is a plate that's for doing diet, because it has these small holes, so all the fat goes down, you move it a little, and you eat without fat, and you stay healthy. Two inventors. Another one, this is a pillow that will wake you up. You know, in the morning, beep, 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 pum, beep, 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 pum. Stop it. No, it's a pillow that buzzes, bzz, bzz, so you wake up, and the other one can sleep perfectly. The inventors. Or this one, a smart shoe. Beautiful idea. You won't step on something you don't want to. Imagine a landmine, imagine something dangerous. It has this camera here, so it detects where you're about to step. In case you're going to step, it does mark, mark, okay. You don't put your feet over that. Super clever. So actually, what we did with this is we took a very difficult step. We said, okay, we have these 6 to 12 years old boys and girls. What if we went to an invention show and we competed against adults? What if we said, okay, forget about this children category, and we're going to compete against them, adult against children? So we went to the British Invention Show in London. It's a very important invention show, not because of the size, but it's very relevant. So we have all these judges, the judge panel from Unilever, Harrods, Procter & Gamble, you name it. And we said, okay, so we have these inventions from 6 to 12 years old boys and girls, and we want to compete against adults. So forget about the children category. You just, okay, 0 to 10, sustainability, 7, okay. And then you add it all up, and let's see what happens. So the families, they paid the ticket from their pocket, because we paid everything, but we could not pay for them tickets. I mean, it was, the grandmother coming, everyone's going to pay for that. Come on, you paid. So you have the children here. This is the classical black tie award ceremony. Here are the kids. All these guys here, departments of research, R&D of businesses, universities, you name it, they were all adults, from all over the world. We're going to win, and so on. And then it comes the moment, okay, and the winner is a 7-year-old girl. Oh, yeah, I did the same. Well, the mother did the same. The mother was like, oh, my daughter, running, taking photographs, and so on. It was unbelievable, because that's a double gold award in the British Invention Show. That's a very important award. So, we came back to Barcelona, and we said, hey, we can do something better. I mean, we're winning against adults. What if we did a program at schools? We call it Inventors Box. We teach them attitudes, we promote, we do patents. So actually what we did is we went to schools with this program. We teach kids to do stuff, to do these drawings. We went to London, and here is the show, and blah, and so on. And we've done this for 3 years. Every year, one of our kids wins a prize. Every year. Then they come back, the media, television, they were like, oh, this little girl, yes, with an idea. Yes, I have an idea. It's like, because actually, when you have an idea, when you knock on someone's door, before you open your mouth, the person that's in front of you will say, I don't believe you, or I believe you. Before you even open your mouth. Because if a 7-year-old girl enters in an office, they would say, that's nothing. If they can something, with a PhD and so on, okay, what are you about to say? So what we thought is, okay, how do children invent? I work as consultant for many international companies in innovation. And I said, which are the bases upon what children invent? So first of all, their ideas are unexpected. They think in the opposite way. They're going to open their mouth and you don't know what's about to happen. It's like, what? For example, this is an idea from some architects in Holland. That's a bridge. But instead of doing a normal bridge, they did another bridge. The other way around. So clever. You know why it's so nice, this idea? Because it's invisible. It's the only bridge that doesn't exist. I mean, oh, what a beautiful bridge, where it is. There, I don't see it. That's the beautiful part of it. An invisible bridge. Super interesting on Holland. Of course, what happens if the water goes up? Oh, well, come on, we can solve that, okay? We will talk about that later. Yeah, I know. Many problems, but if you begin with problems, you're not going to do nothing. Okay, let's say it will work. That's it. Another idea, beautiful idea from Belgium. You want to do scuba diving, but you are, you go like this, palm, hop. Beautiful. Oh, you did it perfect. Yeah, I know. I'm so posh. So why not? I mean, there's a market for this. I'm sure there's a market for this. Absolutely. You can imagine your Instagram underwater like this. You're going to break it. Or this idea, this is a coffee with milk, a solid coffee with milk. Instead of liquid, solid. And this is a croissant, a liquid croissant, the other way around. Well, I invented this. So actually, you dip a coffee with milk in a croissant, and not a croissant in a coffee with milk. You do it the other. What's the use of it? Well, it was fun. I did it. I call a chef, called Frank Ferrero. He's a super chef. Hey, guy, I have this idea. What if we... Okay, let's go. And we did it. And it tastes fantastic. Anytime I come back here to Singapore, I'll take the chef with me and we'll try it all together. You'll love it. Second thing kids do, they make people smile, always. There was an idea I read about in Japan. I don't know if you know it, Ogori Cafe. It's a place, it's a normal place. I mean, no investment, no nothing. So you go there and just say, what would you like to have? I'll have a coffee, please, okay? And they serve you a beer. Sorry, I said a coffee. Oh, no, I know. But the person that went before asked for a beer. So you're going to take that, and your coffee is going to the person that goes after. And that's it, and you, and you pay for your drink. Okay, but it's fun, because there's a queue of people there. Now you're in the queue. There's an old grandmother behind. What will you take? Double whiskey on the rocks, please. And I'll sit here just to look. I would do that, of course. And the old lady, oh, I want a tea. Boom. Perhaps you're changing her life. You never know. And that's the logo, 2 cups together, linking people, making the place an experience. Not only, it's not only about what are you doing, but how this is happening. Another very good idea, making people smile. Okay, there was a guy that had the children throwing food at the table. Said, come on, guys, stop it. You're not professional. You have to do it perfectly. So he came up with this idea. So you can, it's very difficult to point like this. You need a spring. So he cut all the forks and the knives, and he did like this, and the spoon, so they can throw it perfectly. Beautiful idea. Or this idea. There's always someone, some moron in the office that's going to steal your sandwich, So you have this bag. Yeah. So when you put the sandwich inside the bag, your sandwich is safe. Nothing is going to happen. It's a beautiful idea. But that's a very clever marketing campaign. You can imagine you sell cheese, whatever you sell. Said, we have to give you this with our products. Because it's so good, they will steal it. So you need this back for our products. That's a very good marketing campaign. Third thing that children do, they always tell the truth. Children, drunk people, tight trousers, they always tell the truth. Okay. When you're in the airport, and the plane is not going out, and everybody's mad, they're not mad because the plane is not going out, it's not flying. They're mad because nobody told the truth. Nobody came there and said, I'm sorry, but this is happening. Nobody comes there. People get mad because they're not told the truth. So first of all, you have to tell the truth. For example, I have this museum. It's small. I'm not going to say it's a museum. It's small. That's it. Because when you come there, you will be deceived. For example, a very good idea of telling the truth, a transparent toaster. You don't need to imagine what's happening inside the toaster. Oh, is it ready? It's not ready? No. You know the truth. You just look and you see the truth. Beautiful idea. Another one, ugly pizza. We all know when you buy a box of pizza, the picture in the cover, wow, yummy. You take it out, oh, come on. You create expectations. and you're not going to deliver that. So actually, these guys, what they do, they say, it's ugly, it's awful, you take it out, it's awful. We told you. That is it. So they sell a lot. And you know, this reminds me, in the 50s, the music bands, when they had their records, their covers, they didn't use Photoshop. They told the truth. These were the covers back in the 50s. They told the truth. I mean, you saw this and said, oh, they must sing so well. I mean, come on. What about these guys? Oh, this? Come on, at least put like this. Don't go. It's a picture, yes, put straight away. Or that one, which is my camera. Come on. Yeah, he's looking at two cameras at the same time. Hell, yeah. Just focus. That's the thing they must. You get crazy like that. So telling the truth is basic. Whatever you do, whatever you have, tell the truth. Fourth, provoke emotion. Your product, your experience has to provoke emotion. This is a beautiful idea I saw in the Makers Fair in New York back in 2011. It's a swing that provokes emotion. Wow, beautiful. It's like you have to cross your fingers that the engineer did his work. It's like, that is not going to freeze the computer or nothing like that. So that's a beautiful idea. Or this idea, this is furniture for children with a certificate that they don't have monsters inside. So actually, this is my idea. I did this idea 3 years ago. I founded the company. This is the first product we did. It's a bed with a periscope. You can see the mirrors here. So actually, Daddy, there's a monster under the bed. No, you look. Oh, it's okay. Back to sleep. You don't have to go to the, oh, come on, let's see. Open the light. No. Look, the mirror. That's it. We call it rien. In French means nothing. Furniture without monsters. So what we actually sell is furniture without monsters, but we certify it. I mean, if a child finds a monster, this would be the end, but no questions answered. They can sue us. I mean, they can just, you can imagine, for 2016 years, no monsters, and suddenly they exist. And I built a company. Come on, just wait 100 years. They're going to ruin me. This is the bed. Actually, this was a Discovery Channel segment they did on the business. You can see there's a light, of course. It's at night, and you can see no monsters underneath. But the best thing of all is this. This is the guy that closes. He has to sign with a stamp and certify there are no monsters. We have a contract with the manufacturer. We have a contract, and we tell them, the guy that's going to close the box has to see there are no monsters, has to close the box, put the stamp, quickly, put the paper, and close it. If we come here and we see you're not doing this, we can sue you. And we did it. So actually, it's there in the contract. So you can imagine this guy. No monsters. All the co-workers. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you're not going to get fired. It's like, so they have to do this. Because actually, we could be a design company. We could just sell monster-free furniture. But if we do a contract with the manufacturer and we say they have to do it, then that's another thing. That's magic, suddenly. So, disruptive ideas come in this way. That's the way these different ideas come to your mind. Because that's what children do. Children like this. Because all these guys are children. They just came to the picture. They were nothing 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Everyone was there. They were born. Tesla, Airbnb, Spotify, you name it. And all these guys think like children. Absolutely. Their proposals are absolutely unexpected. They make people smile. They tell the truth. And they provoke emotions. That's what children do. And they took a very difficult first step. That's to believe that their idea, this crazy idea, this unexpected idea, worth the money. And they went for it. You can imagine Elon Musk, I'm going to go to Mars, I'm going to do rockets, come on. He's there with the Tesla, whatever. Spotify, Airbnb, all these businesses, they put money into something that was crazy, let's say, Netflix in the beginnings. And adult companies, big companies, they are absolutely afraid of taking that first step. They're mad at doing that first step. You know, when I'm a consultant and I go to companies and they give me a brief and I sit with them and they say, okay, let's imagine the future, what's going to happen, what do you think we could do, which are the opportunity paths and so on. And I tell them, okay, I would do this or that. And they look at me like this. It's like, it's like telling them, you have to jump from a plane. It's no. Yeah, you have to do this. No. But you love Airbnb. Yes, you have to do this. No. Come on. They did it, you have to do it. No. And it reminds me also, you know, when you have this very, 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 very good friend. So good friend that when you say goodbye, it's like, you would give a kiss, you know, like this. But there's that impossible distance. It's absolutely impossible. I mean, you can't. And it's like you're frozen. That happens to companies. They really like it. They want to go there. They want to be them. But and summer comes and they melt. And that's the end. And they close. They bankrupt. But it's all inside your head. It's here. But it's also here. Because this makes the difference, absolutely. This small angle makes the difference. Because I told you, ideas are there, are everywhere, and they're calling us. It's like, you know, ideas are there just saying, oh, come on, why don't you do me? Make me come true, and so on. So just imagine for once in your life, you have this idea coming here, here. And just imagine you do like this, and you catch the idea in your hand. Wow. Because you have to believe in magic. You have to, really. It's like, but you know, when you have the idea in your hand, when you do this unexpected thing, you can look it, you can make it go there and there. Because magic happens. But just remember, here is this. That when you put back your feet on the ground, ideas disappear. So, stop being an adult. We need the child in you. Because you can know that innovation is not for adults anymore. Thank you.